Being in my 50s now, I do visit the doctor more often than I used to. And recently, my doctor told me I needed a colonoscopy. Well, he said to me, before we can actually do the procedure, you need to be flushed out and completely cleansed. So they gave me a prescription for one full meal at Taco Bell. And then they decided to give me another one at our pharmacy, and I go to the pharmacy, and I go back there, and I tell them my name and my birth date and all that, and the assistant goes to get my prescription. Now, up to this point, everyone ahead of me in line has been given this little discreet bottles of medicine that they slide into a white paper bag and rolled up, slide it to them, and people are putting them in their purses and their pockets and so forth. She comes back and sets a container on the counter that is so big it looks like a gas can off a Jeep. And she says, "Do you have any questions for the pharmacist?" "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." "What is that?" "Do you want me to drive my truck around the back to the loading dock? We can put it in together." "What is this?" And of course, the pharmacy is at the far end of the store, so I have to walk 100 yards of shame all the way just to get out of the front of the pharmacy, and people are gonna know this isn't milk. I get home, I set it down, I'm looking at it. The name of the product on the front of this big can, this is the name: Go Lightly. Well, there's false advertisement if I've ever seen it. Go Lightly. I'm reading the instructions, and they say on there, "We highly recommend you walk around as walking will help." So I did. My walks quickly turned into runs, and it was a miserable experience. So then, now I'm all prepped, I'm ready to go, and I go into the clinic. And it's always weird, you're sitting in the clinic, because it's different than any other doctor's office, right? Because when you're usually at the hospital or a doctor's office, it's kind of fun to guess what the people around you have or what their issue is. We're all there for the same reason now, you know? We're reading magazines, people are like, "How you doing?" "Oh, I don't know yet." "Oh, okay," you know? They call me back, I go back there, they have all these curtained off areas. They bring me into this curtained off area, they close the curtain, they tell me to change into this gown, and then the nurse comes back a little while later to explain to me the procedure. So she says to me, "Okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna lay on this gurney. We're going to bring you into the back room where they do the procedure. When the procedure is over, we will bring you back here to this location, and you'll need to pass gas before you can leave." And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" She says, "You need to pass gas before you leave." Have I died and gone to heaven, or what? A woman is asking me to pass gas, and I cannot leave until I do. Wow. So they wheel me back. They bring me back to the room. I'm completely sedated. I'm out of it. This is what I wake up to. The nurse shaking me going, "Mr. Hollis, you can go now." You know that only means one thing. I passed gas loud enough for them to hear it at the nurse's station, and I slept through the whole thing. Sounded like a middle school band room. I thought I was gonna walk by the nurse's station, they're gonna hold up scorecards, 7, 10, whatever. I love to watch movies. My wife and I, we have the Hulu, we have Disney, we have Netflix, and we'll sit there and we'll look for a movie to watch, and usually it takes about 3.5 hours. We watch 37 trailers, and then we're too tired to watch anything. We go to bed. And this one night, we were just, there's just nothing on. And so I looked down under the TV where we have some of our old DVDs, and I'm like, "Hey, let's just watch this." And I pulled out Twister. I love the movie Twister, right? Old Helen Hunt movie. So I take it out, I put the DVD in, and I look on the back of the box, and this is what it says. Rated PG-13 for intense depiction of very bad weather. I didn't know we could rate the weather. Have any of you parents ever closed the curtains because that rain was just too inappropriate for kids this age? This weather's for mommies and daddies only. Is that how they came up with nasty weather? I don't know. I don't know. We have 2 grown kids. I will say I was not the perfect father. I'll tell you a story of a time I really messed up. We had a boxer dog, and this boxer dog was typically a pretty good dog, but one night he did something very bad. I don't remember what it was, but I got angry and I yelled at the dog. And I didn't stop there. My 7-year-old daughter was standing there, and I turned to her and I said, "Heather, don't let Disney fool you. Not all dogs go to heaven." Yeah, I'm not finished yet. And if that wasn't bad enough, I said, "There's a special doghouse in hell for this one." My 7-year-old, her chin began to quiver. The tears began to build up, and my wife in the kitchen's going, "Einstein, what are you doing?" And I'm like, And as a parent, have you ever been angry and you said something and then you got to figure out how to fix it and take it back? And so I'm like, and this is what I came up with. "Oh, Heather, it's okay. Their hell's not as hot as ours. He'll be fine. He has short hair. He'll be okay. He'll be okay." If dogs aren't bad enough, there are some people that actually own snakes as a pet. Does anyone in this room own a snake as a pet? Are you serious? What kind?
It's a California king snake.
Boy, I'd love to talk to you afterwards. I don't have time right now, but have you ever had counseling? I can't stand snakes. I don't like them. I'm an outdoorsy guy. I don't like snakes. And what I really don't like is when people say to me, "Oh, Brett, snakes are more afraid of you than you are of them." No, I don't think so. And where are you getting your information? Like, who told you that? A snake? Because the last time a snake talked, he lied, and the world hasn't been the same since. So... And I don't even know why God created snakes. I mean, I'm sure they're easy to make, but I mean, it's like...